Hey guys, we made it here to Cargo Craft. We're picking up the trailer now. You're going to show us around a little bit. Walk over here to the frame so we can see kind of how they're built.
We know it's 16 inches center, but that's what you're looking at. It's a solid tube structure on the 16 inch. It's exactly 1 inch by 1 inch.
By one bars.
Those rivet nuts will work without, but I can do
Without taking the plywood out.
I might have to countersink it just a touch.
Yeah. Well, worst case scenario, I mean, if the cabinet's got a back on it, you can cut out the plywood.
Tandem axle.
Still make it look nice.
Got the stabilizers back here.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it is right now.
Good looking frame.
Yeah.
Got delivered to my house. U-Haul guy's throwing these boxes around, and of course he's 25 years old. I went to pick one
This
up,
is basically what we've got.
and the workbench alone was $8.
These are in process here.
Look over here. There's
So
probably some over here that's closer.
we are going to need to get a step.
Definitely going to need a step.
Yep. Got a vent there. Electrical.
All right. Is there a lock on this door?
Electrical. We got a.
One step back and then stop.
Yep. That's why I can tilt this down. So. Spare tire there in the floor.
That could be an issue.
What's that? That sitting up like that?
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I was
It
thinking.
should level out, but we'll have to.
We'll check with it. The door. Have our cage that I'm gonna set aside. Pull your steps out. Place them right there in front of the door. You come inside. We've got our inverter, main power, then our power panel. We go ahead and turn our inverter on down here. We've got main battery breaker is there. Our front station breaker, our middle breaker, and then our rear station breaker. While it's coming up, I'll spin you around here. Got the wire channel. Here's our front station with the Samlex DC to DC converter. Middle station with the ID 5100. Battery monitor. And then our rear station with another DC to DC converter. We want 24 volts, so we could step down the power at the radio. Also allows us to use a smaller gauge wire. And we're currently sitting at about 88% on the battery. That is 260 amp hours. And let's walk around here to the back and open up the rear door. Get a little more light in. And you can see here in the back we've got our chair storage, our generators, and our propane tanks. And the ladder's just set in there for now. The ladder's not a full-time travel item, but you pull the generators out. And we did go with the Honda 2200s that we put the propane conversion kit on to make our life a whole lot easier. Less stuff to store in the trailer, don't get the fuel smell. Alright, let's do a walk around to the outside of the trailer. Got it lettered by Mr. Sign here in Somerville, South Carolina. The QR code actually takes you to our club website. We put the ARRL logos on because we did purchase this through the ARRL Foundation grant. Put a boot on it just for a little bit of extra security. Around back we have a puck lock that uses the exact same key as we put on the boot, and it is a security key. On the driver's side here we put a ground connection that connects up to our pass-through, and then we did a weather-tight box for our actual cable pass-throughs. And you have your top front, top center, top rear, bottom front, bottom center, bottom rear. And that's the same way we refer to them in the trailer, because it's in relation to the direction of the trailer, so we don't get confused and connect something up to the wrong port and not have an antenna on a radio. I do have the wheels chalked since we do have it parked and separated from a vehicle. But again, graphics are on this side. Exterior power here on the front. That is a GFCI. Breakaway power for the brakes. Sorry about the generators. Then we did a Fort Knox locks box for the tongue that you see I have the actual tow chains in as well, and it uses that same security key. Over the passenger side tire we have that same exterior outlet, so that if we're hosting an event and we're outside, we can power up something like a monitor or a laptop to show what's going on. Inside the trailer, I've kind of already gone over some of the electrical. We do have 110 power at each station, as well as on the sidewalls. We did do 12 volt lighting for when we're at the operating stations. We shut off the overheads here. And I'm going to turn on the front station so I can show off the light here. And you can see it provides just enough light to cover the station on an articulating mount, so wherever you need it. You can also dim it down if needed, or brighten it up and change the color temperature. Put a lot of thought into the design of the electrical and making sure everything was functional for when we get ready to deploy the trailer, whether it be field day, winter field day, a hurricane. You know, if Aries calls us and needs it, we have it available for them. Okay, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Got our storage box for our 7300 for all of our Halibut electronics set up. Pull out the contest console, the Radio Pro, set that up here, power cord, microphone cable, and OHIS cable. We'll start here. Okay, and then we have our headset cord. Headset plugs in the back and plugs into the back of the Radio Pro where it's marked headphone or speaker. Power plugs in next to it through the standard Anderson power poles. And this power cord actually comes over to the contest console. And plugs in right there. And then our power from our wall plugs in just underneath. From there, you're going to plug in back here OHIS radio to the front of your Radio Pro. And then you go your microphone cable into your radio, into the back of the Radio Pro on the corresponding adapter. Right there. Then you see here on the console we have left operator, right operator. Think about that as your logger and your operator. And those just plug in on the side, OHIS, to your Halibut User Pro. And this one's configured for the CTIA standard, which is a PC gaming headset. And then your operator on the other side. And the headsets we went with are your basic Singers. These are the SG500s. And yes, they are tip ring sleeve. The nice thing with that is we can go into either the headphone or the microphone port on the OHIS. And then we also purchased foot pedal push to talks, or you can use the button right on the front for your transmit. Now that everything's plugged in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and actually we're going to close the front station breaker. And that's going to send power here and turn on our radio. And with an antenna connected, we are ready to operate. Just that easy.